Hello and welcome to your flow. My name is Gigi if we haven't met before, and we're just going to get straight into it for about a 15-20 minute practice. As usual, we'll start with a connection to breath, connection to awareness. So find yourself in a comfortable seat. We can close down the eyes or have them downcast, and allow yourself to feel into a tall spine, a soft belly, and find some softness in the facial muscles, connecting to the breath. As you breathe, maybe you notice some adjustments you could make in your posture that can support the easy flow of breath. Perhaps it would be supportive to exhale out the mouth. Having a full release of stagnant energy to realign the breath in this time, in this space, in this moment. And if there are things on your mind at the moment, to-do lists, things that could be rattling around in the brain during this practice, I'd invite us to hold space for these things with love. Maybe we offer a little smile from the mouth or from the heart. But let's imagine wrapping them up in a safe little box and just placing them outside the room. We can get back to them later. But let's enter this practice with commitment to ourselves, a commitment to being here, knowing that we can receive more when we are an empty vessel. I'll invite us to bring one hand to the belly, one hand to the heart, and just feel a few breaths as they press up against the palms riding the wave of the breath. And at least with your intention, weaving a connection between the top body and the lower body, sensing into an even flow of energy through the body. Even if you just begin to imagine it at this stage, or open up the possibility of that evenness of energy occurring. We can even imagine breathing into all four corners of the torso, all the way up to the collarbones or the shoulders, and all the way down to the pubic bone, the crests of the hip bones at the front of the body. And let's all take a beautiful sigh out the mouth. Bringing hands together at the heart space. And if you do have an intention for your class, for your day, or for your life, there's a moment here to let that land, let that arise, bring it in. Let's open the eyes, lifting the hands up to the ceiling, have a yummy stretch. Exhale, hands back to the heart. We'll do that one more time, inhaling, piercing hands up, letting them lift. Exhaling, hands to the heart. From here, right hand plants to the side, left hand reaches over, breathe into the side body. Floating your way over to the other side, left hand plants, right hand reaches. Bring both hands up to the sky one more time. Let them meet in Anjali Mudra. Everybody take an inhale. Exhale to a seated twist. The fingertips root into the floor. The crown lifts towards the ceiling. Take a beautiful breath here. Inhaling, hands back to the center. Exhaling, twisting to the other side. Fingertips root, crown rises. Inhale, hands come up, center the heart. Exhale, hands to the chest. And we will find our way to a tabletop position. Placing wrists roughly under shoulders, hips roughly over the knees, spread the fingertips wide, nice froggy fingers, tucking the toes behind, lifting the sit bones to down dog. Squeezing the heart a little bit more to the chest, feel free to keep a bend in the knees. From here, we'll take three-legged dog on the right side. The toe reaches up to the ceiling. Feel the buttock activate, the legs in the back and the front, maybe even the top of the foot as you reach. Press down as evenly as possible through both hands in your three-legged dog. And we'll step that top foot to the front of the mat, runner's lunge pose. Open the chest, open the gaze, and send energy through the back foot. Beautiful. From here, we'll step to a standing forward fold. The back foot leaps up to the front. Feet are roughly hip distance apart. Have a nice fold here. Take the elbows in the hands. One more breath. We'll perch the fingertips about a foot in front of the feet and shift the weight into the hands. We're going to lift the left foot into the air. So it's kind of like a three-legged dog, but from a standing forward fold position. You can either keep the legs straight, leg bent. We'll just hold here for a count of 3, 2, 1. And then we'll step that left foot back to a runner's lunge pose, making any adjustments you need to be squared to the mat with our front heel under our front knee. Send energy back through the back heel, open the heart, open the gaze. We're going to prepare to step back to our three-legged dog. So the right foot will come back up to the air, placing weight in the hands, lifting that toe up to the ceiling, pressing down through the hands. One more breath here. We'll scoop that knee to the front, come to a pigeon. You can stay in an active pigeon with the throat open. And eventually make your way down to a forward fold. We'll just be here for a moment or two. Taking one more breath, halo sensation. Bring the weight into the hands. We'll tuck that back foot to come to three-legged dog for the last time on this side. Yummy reaching up. And then with control, lower that foot down. We're going to change sides so the weight flips onto the right. Lift our left toe up into the air, three-legged dog. Take a breath here, activating buttock and leg. Step that foot to the front, runner's lunge pose. Checking our front heel is under front knee, sending energy back through the back leg, open heart, open gaze. We're going to step that back foot to the front, standing forward fold. Take the elbows in the hands. And maybe there's an opportunity here for you to straighten the knees a little bit more than they were before, stretching through calves and hamstrings. From here, take a bend in the knees, perch the fingers about a foot in front of the feet, and we'll shift the weight into the hands to raise the right foot up into the air, little scorpion toe movement here. And once again, you can keep the knees straight or bent. We're just going to hold here for a count of 3, 2, 1. Step that foot back to runner's lunge pose. And from here, we'll take our 3-legged dog with the left foot in the sky. Scoop that knee under the torso to pigeon. Taking an active pigeon to start. Open heart, open throat. The shoulders roll down the back. You can move your way to a forward fold whenever you feel to. And just be here for a few moments. Taking your last breath in and out. And then inhale to press up. Weight in the hands, tuck the back toe. Come to 3-legged dog, left toe lifted. And then with control, lowering that leg down. Let's bring the feet together at the back of the mat. Wrists come under the shoulders. Turn those elbows to face the back of the mat. We find ourselves in a plank. Feel the core activating, holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower yourself down. The knees can come to the floor, as does the chest. Squeeze the elbows into the body. And we'll scoop ourselves up to a cobra. Roll over the knees to child. And inhale, rolling the spine up. We can bring the knees together, hero's pose. And from here, just rest the hands on the legs. You can either keep the eyes closed or maybe you have them looking out steady to the front, soft gaze. Connecting to that soft central channel of the spine. The head is floating up as the shoulders sink down, spreading wide across the chest. We'll now start our cool down. So bringing the sit bones to the floor, we'll start in a staff pose. Legs extended out to the front. Let's bring the hands up on the inhale, exhaling them down to the shins or to the feet, wherever they come. Taking a forward fold here. Allowing the spine to round. Maybe the head and the neck even want to hang. Inhale, lift the head up. We'll bring the right sole of the foot next to the thigh or the knee of the left leg. We're going to use our right hand to perch behind, have those fingertip roots, and you can either wrap the left arm around that right knee, or you might want to slide it in between the torso and the leg, whichever one's more comfortable for you. And the toes of my left foot are pointing to the ceiling, giving a nice even stretch through the leg. Inhale, raise the spine. Exhale, releasing into a little bit more of a twist. And there's an option here to look over the shoulder with the head. Two more breaths. Returning the head to the same direction as the heart, unraveling the arms, extending back to staff pose. Inhale, hands come high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, roll the spine up. This time left foot comes to the inside of the thigh, perching the left hand and fingertips behind, wrapping or sliding in with the right arm. Inhaling, tall spine. Exhaling, rotation, and the option to look over the shoulder. Two more breaths. Returning the head to neutral, unraveling. Let's bring the soles of the feet together, taking our pointer fingers and wrapping them under the big toes to take Baddha Konasana. The shoulders soften and release down. The chest peeks through the frame of the arms. Steady gaze out in front. Soft neck. You can use those hands to step to a forward fold. Take your final breath here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale gently to raise up. Come to a seated position for a brief check-in. Maybe that's cross legs, maybe that's hero's pose. And just like we did at the beginning of the class, bringing one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly. Closing the eyes or keeping them soft. And feeling that wave of the breath under the chest, under the belly, pressing up against the hands. These last few breaths of the practice might be the most important because they are the pathway between your class and the rest of your day. So let's dedicate full presence, full mindfulness to the next 2 breaths. And either keeping the hands on the body or maybe you bring them to Anjali Mudra. Reconnecting to your intention for the day, for the week, for your life, whichever timeline you chose. And let's recite it clearly in our minds or even out loud before we begin the rest of our day. Gently opening the eyes. I wish you a wonderful day. Thank you for joining.